Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with match number 1 with Grab and Go. This is definitely a mulligan hand, as we only have one mountain. And this is just as bad, one mountain again. And this is just as bad, but we'll keep it. We're on the draw. We have a Goblin Arsonist. And apparently that's been the exact, isn't that the foil mountain that we've seen every time? So it likes to give me a one-land hand, just unfortunately, I think I need more than one land. Loves this mountain here. Okay, that's a horrible card to draw into. We'll play the Goblin Arsonist here. I'm decent if I draw into one more. Oh, I can kill off an Arbor Elf. And is he gonna Elf Ball me? Am I gonna play against Elf Ball first round? No, Predator Ooze. Alright, that's actually gonna be very bad. I have no way to... Oh, yes I do. I have ways to take it and sack it. So I'm basically going to be dead here unless I draw into a land. We do draw on the land, so awesome. I think that the thing to do is to try to get a... I'm going to try to get some land drops here. And that way we need to hit into double land drops. Best would be a land and a barrage. So yes, I'd like to use this ability, and yes, we'd like to kill that thing, and yes, we'd like to draw 2 cards, and yes, we'd like to miss lands completely. Alright, the good news is, though, we can play a Bloodthorn Vampire, and then Active Treason his Predator Ooze, and kill him with it. Well, at least tack for a little bit with it. So, let's hope he, like, Rancors it. Actually, let's not hope he does that. Strangergeist, alright, so that's a bit problematic for me to deal with. I'm down to a 16. If I draw into a land, I'm good to go. If I don't draw into a land, I cry like crazy, but we can at least get a Bloodthorn Vampire out here. And hopefully draw into a land the following turn. So I'm liking this matchup, though. Really liking this matchup against green, just the green Stomp deck. As... his Predator Oozes are very easy for me to handle. Elvish Visionary is fine. It does replace him a card. Don't want to draw into a Rancor here. I'm going to take 5 here. But if I draw into a land, I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage to him next turn. Unless he's got a Ranger's Guile, which he definitely could. And this might be just the green budget deck. It's very inexpensive right now. They do use a lot of Ranger's Guiles mainboarded. And it doesn't matter because that scenario doesn't pan out. This is getting a bit frustrating, to say the least. But I still have a decent play next turn, as I can block the Predator Ooze with the Goblin Arsonist, and block the Strangergeist, sack the Goblin Arsonist, kill the Elvish Visionary. So ideal, that's ideal. I mean, it might actually be ideal just to block the Elvish Visionary with the Bloodthorn. Primordial Hydra for 2. That's going to get scary. But it's also going to be something that I can take and kill him with in one turn if the opportunity does come up. Yep. So this scenario is definitely going to pan out. I'm going to block here, and then block here, and then I'm going to sack the Goblin Arsonist to kill off the Strangergeist. So he could Ranger's Guile here, and that gets a card out of the way. I hope he does that, because that way, when I take his Ooze next turn, that is if I draw into a land, of course. I've got a Tragic Slip mainboarded, I do believe. I've changed the deck up a little bit. Yeah, just one Tragic Slip. I took out a Tragic Slip in the sideboard for a Bubbling Cauldron. Now I'm wishing I didn't for this matchup, but I've been playing against a lot of red deck wins lately, and Bubbling Cauldron is great against that matchup. And he's still thinking what he wants to do. Yes, I'd like to use this ability. He does get the dude to come back, the Undying guy. I get to get a +2/+2 on my guy. I get to eat that Elvish Visionary and take 0 damage. So we fogged this turn, and I'm going to draw a land here. Yes, I do. A shock land, but it's a land nonetheless. And I will act of treason here. The Predator Ooze. Let's hope now he doesn't have a Ranger's Guile. If he does, we're in bad shape, and I might just end up scooping. Ranger's Guile is very good against my deck. Incredibly good. Yeah, I knew that was coming, and it's probably game. I'm going to be taking 5, 4. Yeah, I can't do anything next time. I'm going to be taking 4, 7, and if he's got a Rancor, it's over. I'm just going to concede it, and we'll go on to the next one. So mainboarded Ranger's Guile does keep his guys alive, but again, I like my chances here. I don't know if I need Falconwrath Aristocrats. The Pillar Flames are definitely coming in. They're very good. Mindsparker is kind of cool. It's because the first striker can first strike off a lot of his stuff. Searing Spears are not necessary. I do like the Bubbling Cauldron a lot, as life is a big issue here. And I kind of like the Falconwrath Aristocrat as a finisher over these Bloodthrone Vampires. It is a little bit slower, but it's fine. I don't know if the Bone Splinters are decent. I'm going to take out a 1 of Bone Splitter. Maybe both. And maybe put in a Falconwrath of my own. I think I'm going to go like this, because this will put him on a fast clock when I get the Falconwraths. And I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to keep them out of Mark of Mutinies and Act of Treasons. We'll submit it away. And again, that matchup would have been fine. I had so many cards left in my hand. If I would have drawn into a land, I would have been okay. Especially if I would have got a Blood Artist or a young Pyromancer out earlier. And maybe I do want to take out, like, no, I'm gonna call this good. My deck is very good at machine gunning down a lot of his threats, his Visionaries and whatnot. I guess I play first, and okay. Unfortunately, this is how Magic rolls sometimes. I am only playing a 22-card deck. Maybe I need to go up to 23. Yeah, this is going to be... Traverse Abilene is going to be a keep, as it allows me to actually go get one next turn. A mountain, but... Yeah, this is, again, unfortunately, Magic for you. As the first matchup I played with this deck, I drew 8 lands in a row and a 22-card land deck. So I'm like, oh, I have plenty of lands, and that's what red deck wins run is 22. And usually you want to get about 3. You want to stay about 3 or 4 lands until a later game. And this I am kind of a later game. I'm not gonna mulligan this. I'm just gonna go off with the Traveler's Amulet, and hopefully I can draw into a land next turn. But I'm gonna be able to go get a mountain. Now the Traveler's Amulet is, again, it's just I'm playing around with it for the Trading Post. I should have taken the Trading Post out. Ugh, Elvish Mystic. So he's a very, very ramp deck. He's trying to get a second turn, either Wolfare Avenger, I'm sure, or Predator Ooze. And of course I miss badly. These Altars Reap. And maybe the Altars Reap, maybe I don't need to draw or have as many. Maybe I'll cut down to 2 in the deck. Again, this deck is very, very basic. So I need to draw into 2 lands. And I'm in very good shape, as I can kill his Predator Ooze. Let's not have a Predator Ooze this time, bud. Let's have Strangle Geist and attack for 3. That's fine. I have plays next turn. Okay, and he's going to ramp out another Elvish Mystic. Nope, okay, just keeps up a Ranger's Guile. Alright, this is horrible. Missed the land drop. We need to be hitting land drops, especially with the Falconwrath Aristocrats. Yep, Visionary will draw him a card. Again, I'm not too worried about Visionaries cantripping. Man, Golgari Charm says hi. I'm going to take 2 again. He's keeping Ranger Guile up. I might have to sack my Blood Arts here. Okay, I don't need to quite yet. I probably will block in response. Sack it. And that will allow me to absorb 2 damage. Ugh. Ugh is right. I'm going to be able to absorb a total of 3 damage here. And sack my Blood Artist to draw 2 cards and hopefully hit that land drop. And then I can Falcon. Oh my god. Alright, Magic. Really ridiculous. I've only drawn 1 draw out of 4 because this one wasn't a drawing a land. This was actually searching for a land. If I don't draw a land here, that is game. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do here. I can throw out another Blood Artist. But I don't have a play, and I'm going to take 2. I'm just going to scoop this. There's nothing they can do. When this is just a... Holy hell. Yeah, I didn't hit a land forever. See where all my lands are bunched up. Another land there. And wow, they must be all bunched up at the bottom. Am I even playing lands in this deck? So, unfortunately, there they are. Look at that. 5 lands in a row right there. There they are, all bunched up. And then another one. So my 7-card land hand. And I'm sure there will be another one of those bunch. Yep, there's the other bunch. Look at that. The other, another 7-land hand with 5 lands in it. And that's just Magic sometimes. I mean, it should be working. I mean, our curve is, we curve at 4. We can cast everything with 4 mana. And the Altar's Reap are a way to, and then we have the one of Traveler's Amulet in here as well. I'm kind of counting that as a land. As a lot of times we don't need to have a first turn played. We can first turn Amulet and then go grab a land we need. So, kind of a poor showing. I like my matchup versus this Stompy deck. Disappointing matchup. We start 0-1, but hopefully I can show you some games of how this works. And again, we're just trying to actually weed out cards here and see what we need to have. I have so many answers. Pillar Flames, Tragic Slips, Bone Splinters once I start grabbing stuff. That, yeah, it's very, like if I would have had another land in a Bone Splinter, Act of Treason, grab a dude. Like here he's tapped out on the, well, he's keeping up a Ranger's Guile, so maybe I couldn't do that. But where you grab a dude and then Bone Splitter, I'm getting 2 of his dudes dead for 1 card, basically. So 2 for 1 with Bone Splitters almost every time that way. And eventually, like Bone Splitter, maybe Young Pyromancer actually doesn't fit as good as I wanted to fit in here. So maybe I need to cut down the Young Pyromancers. Anyway, this is Kevin from Roguedeckbuilder.com. Hopefully the next matchups will be a better showing. Thanks for watching.